quite a minute since we last were in the booth, but we're back. Hello, my name is, of course, JC, and welcome to what could be something new here, as we are here for Fscra Racing here for the Camping World 300. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is something that I have never done before, so this should be fun. This should be very intriguing, very enjoyable, and I'm looking forward to it. Again, welcome everybody to what should be an incredible, incredible race. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're talking about. All these drivers lined up here on the front stretch, on the pit lane. Everything we have been waiting for is finally here at Daytona International Speedway. Now, let me tell you guys something very important, obviously, and that is we have a lot of races to run this season. And these races actually aren't on Saturday. They are on Sunday, which is something different from what Formula Nitro usually does. So that's very cool. I love that. And honestly, man, we got a heck of a grid today. So we will get into that as the race goes on, and we will get your starting lineups very, very soon. But first, we're going to go and take a trackside here. You can see the pace car driver is Freakies alongside Midas as well. And all these drivers ready to put their names in history here at Daytona International Speedway, the home of stock car racing. And here they come off pit lane. So starting in row number 1, let's get our qualifying results. Presented by FRSN, the Fortnite Racing Streaming Network. Now again, this is the Nationwide Series, not the Cup Series. Cup Series is later at 2 p.m. today. So it should be enjoyable. So obviously you can see here, this is what it is looking like here for the grid. You have Frost on pole. Then it is, of course, the man... Hold on. Are we lining up? Okay. Hold on. I'm just trying to make sure everything is set and ready. Yeah, we're trying to get the lineups all in order, it looks like right now. So that's what we're dealing with here. So currently, it is going to be Nolan on pole. Second is the king himself, Frost. Third is Sweaty Fast, and then Cyrax in fourth. Fifth is Tikwa. Then you have Ozos. And then all the way back, you got John Lissel, Six Eyes, Mason, Lays, and Winford, Bradford, Rutherford. So, aka Yoshi, by the way. I just want to clarify that. So, yeah, this should be fun, ladies and gentlemen, here at Daytona International Speedway. Unfortunately, there are no fans in the stands today. I'm kidding, that's a joke. This is just one of the older builds of Daytona International Speedway that Commander made. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The pace car goes into pit lane, and we are ready to go racing here in Daytona. The green flag is out, and we are underway. And Frost's going to go right on the inside again. Into turn 1 they go, and Frost is going to take the lead comfortably. Cyrax at the top of the racetrack. They're almost 3 wide into turn 2. Now down the backstretch they go. It is the man himself, Nolan, at the top of the racetrack. Frost low, and Cyrax is going to ride that high line with everybody else as well. And Cyrax gets a bumper glitch. He flies up into the air, and he loses everything. And that might bring out a caution? Is that going to be a caution? No? Okay then. Well, that's quite unfortunate. I mean, I have never seen something that chaotic in my life. Genuinely. Looks like Freaky's... The pace car driver is on the track, so that should probably bring out a caution. So what are we doing here? I'm so lost. I really am. Is there a caution? Is there not? Yes, there is a caution. I was correct. Yes. So True will lead, and they will stop, I believe, on the backstretch, if rules are corrected. Unless it was a false alarm. And I guess they're racing it back. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. So it is True Frost. That's row number 1. Then you have Anonymous and Raker. Then you have Six Eyes, Tiqua, OP, Tag, Burnout, Roshi, and then Cyrax, who is having some lag issues right now. So yeah, we're just trying to figure out what's going on here. Yep, it is a caution, indeed. I'm just trying to make sure because I was lost. I mean, I'm used to what we have, you know, with Commander's maps. This is an older build of Commander's maps. Just want to clarify that. So instead of it saying caution on the screen, it actually, you just use the flag. So I got to keep an eye on that. But it's already night here at Daytona. So we got some night racing here, which is absolutely beautiful. It's probably just a visual glitch, but it is what it is. Here they come down pit lane for our first pit stops of the day. Everybody needs to have a nice clean and green pit stop here. True Frost, the battle of pit road. Who is going to win it here? Here comes Frost and True. It's so close, but True will win it. Then after that, it's Anonymous, Raker, Tiqua, and then is Six Eyes, Plays, and Tag FN. Yoshi, Ruckus, and Cyrax all the way in the back. Luckily, he's still going to be on that lead lap, so his race is far from over. Reminder, this is 80 laps here around Daytona International Speedway, not 100, and you see OP actually running the road course portion, going into the chicane there. So if you're just tuning in, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are running the Fscra Camping World 300 here from Daytona International Speedway. Frost is going to have that outside line here. True's going to have the inside line. Should be a good restart here for both of these guys. What is good, Mom? How we doing? Looks like the pace car driver is going to keep it rolling, and instead, no, he's going into pit lane. I was completely wrong. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. True gonna go right off the gas, and we are back green here at Daytona. True just pulling away from Frost, but here comes Anonymous on the inside. Everybody just really battling for positions. Anonymous with a little contact with Frost on the back stretch here. And they're going to go 3 wide. He's going to send it down the inside. Anonymous forcing his way on the apron there. And they're 3 wide out of 4. Frost on the outside. True on the inside. Anonymous also going to force it 3. 3 abreast on the front stretch. And True gets a little loose. That could have been really bad. They're still somehow 3 wide. Is True going to get off the gas here and just accept the fact he lost position? It looks like he's going to do so. Here they go down the back stretch again. True going to try and make the move. They're going to be 3 wide as they go into 3. Outstanding racing here early on at Daytona. We're on lap number 8 out of 80. Still 3 wide. Just incredible racing early on. You're loving the aggressiveness from everybody here on the field. Makes you feel like it's the last lap, but we're only 8 laps into this thing, now 9. So you got to give everybody credit. They're doing a great job here. And look at this ruckus all the way in the back. Really unfortunate. As its Raker goes up and over. That might bring out our second caution of the day. And it looks like it is going to do exactly that. The caution is out. And Anonymous is going to take the lead. Can someone please tell me who Anonymous is? Genuinely? Okay, that's what I thought. Ozos. Alright. So Ozos goes to the lead. I apologize. That was pathetic, honestly, on my part. Again, I just wish Fortnite added a system where you can actually put the notes on, but you can't. And it's just really quite unfortunate. To be quite honest with you. So here they come down pit lane again. Ozos leading them off. And again, you got to see here how this battle's going to be. That's not the best entrance for pit lane here from Ozos. Is it going to be good enough? Is True going to win the race off pit lane? And here comes Ozos. Tikwa's there as well. True's going to win it. Frost second. Tikwa's third. And then it's Ozos and Six Eyes. Then it's Cyrax, Tag, and then Yoshi. After that, it's Raker and then Ruckus. And then all the way in the back, OP, a bad pit stop right there from him. So that's your race off pit lane presented by FRSN, the Fortnite Racing Streaming Network. So True wins the race off pit lane. Frost is going to be in second. He's probably going to pick that outside line. And then it's Tikwa, Ozos, Six Eyes. Cyrax finds himself in sixth place after what was an absolutely terrible start for him. He finds himself in the third row, which is not too bad at all for him. You're so early on in this race, 12 laps in out of 80. Reminder later today, the Daytona 500 at 2 o'clock. All the Cup Series drivers here going at it here under the lights for what should be an incredible Daytona 500. And again, big credits to Freakies, who is our pace car driver today here at Daytona. He's going to go into pit lane, and we're about to go green. Is True going to absolutely gag it off the start? He is going to do exactly that, and we're green again here at Daytona. A great restart from True. Frost is going to try and jock behind the back of True, but he's going to go on the outside. He forces his way through. He's going to take the lead on the outside. Down the back stretch they go. Tikwa's there as well. It's Ozos at the top of the racetrack as well. Everybody jockeying for positions right now here early on as they go into 3 and 4. 3 wide, exiting 4. Frost at the top of the racetrack, Tikwa on the outside, and here comes True, who's going to lead another lap. They're still 3 wide. We love to see the racing we're seeing here early on, only 14 laps in, and it feels like it's the last lap of the race again. Frost, again, has that outside line. It's just a perfect line, to be honest with you. All the momentum in the world is going to rise every second for him as Six Eyes loses the back bumper there of True. So Frost comfortably leading, but not quite now. Here comes Tikwa and True down the inside. And here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. Down out of 2, down the back stretch they go. True trying to force his way through the middle. Is he going to do exactly that? He is. He's going to force Frost wide. Everybody jockeying up for positions. Tag loses it. He goes into Cyrax, and that is going to bring out a caution. Well, it should. Hello? Officiating? Tag goes up and over. And that car is into the grass. And I guess there's no caution. There is no caution. Never mind, ladies and gentlemen. False alarm as Tikwa leads here in the Nationwide Series. So I guess they're being a little bit less strict on the cautions, which I like, honestly. That's good. But look at this battle here between Raker, OP, and Ozos, who's just going to force his way. He's so tight on the outside, but he loses it. Ozos goes up and over, flying into Frost, and he's on the grass. And that is going to bring out a caution. 3 cautions now, and we are 17 laps into this race. It was only a matter of time till we'd see a caution again. I thought there was going to be a caution earlier on, but again, they're being less strict on it, which is completely understandable. Because, I mean, the thing is when you see all those guys flip over, I mean, your immediate thought is, okay, yeah, caution. So, Tikwa, Six Eyes, True, OP, Raker, Cyrax, Yoshi, Frost. And then it is Ruckus, Ozos, and Tag FN. That is your lineup as the pace car out of 2. We're about to be 20 laps into this race. And so far, it's been a great one here at Daytona International Speedway. Again, you're watching the Camping World 300 here for the Nationwide Series here for Fscra. And here they come down pit lane again. Who is going to win the race off pit lane? It's usually been a toss-up between True and, honestly, if you think about it, Frost. But here comes Six Eyes. He's already got his pit stop done. A bad pit stop from Frost. And Six Eyes is going to win the race off pit road comfortably. True's going to finish in second there. And that's Tikwa third. Then it is Frost in fourth. Yoshi in fifth. 6 is Ozos. And then it's Cyrax and Raker are going at it. OP and then Ruckus. And then all the way in the back, you got Tag FN. So that is your order coming to what should be lap 21. So Six Eyes is going to go on that inside line. Caution is still rolling here. You can see Midas is our flag carrier today. So it's True and Six Eyes, row number 1. Row 2 is Frost and Tikwa. Row 3 is Yoshi and Ozos. Row number 4 is Cyrax, who just had a huge lag spike with Raker. And then OP goes into the road course section of the track for some reason. Is he frustrated with Cyrax there? I don't know what he was doing there, but okay. And then it's OP, Ruckus, and then Tag. Here we come to the green, ladies and gentlemen. Pace car into pit road. Six Eyes controls the restart, and we are green again here at Daytona. A bad start so far for Frost. Got a bumper glitch. Got back going, though, as they go out of the corner, and oh my goodness, they're stacking up. I don't know how they've stuck it into 2, but they did. That was really close. And Ruckus goes up and over. And here they come out of 4, but that's going to bring out another caution. Well, Freaky's really just has not had a chance to even relax right now as the pace car driver today. And if we look back at what happened there, it all started with Frost stacking up into one, and then after that, all hell broke loose. Everybody stacked up on each other. They went 4 wide, and the one who got the bad bite of the apple was Ruckus. So again, here they come to the pit lane once again. A better entry from Six Eyes, but he's not going to be in the stall completely. He forgot to grab the fuel gauge, and that's going to be huge. True's going to win the race off pit road. It's Yoshi, Tikwa, Cyrax in 4th now. It's Raker, OP, Six Eyes, Ozos, Frost, Tag FN, and then Ruckus. "24 laps into this race, and so far it's been a caution fest. So again, Yoshi has that bottom line. True's going to go to the top of the racetrack. Cyrax is going to be at the top. Tico's at the bottom. We'll see how it goes here on this restart. Chad, who you got to win this thing? Let me know. I mean, you got all these drivers here. A very good lineup today, I have to say. Freaky's, our pace car driver, is going to go into pit lane. Yoshi will fire it up here. And never mind, I thought it was Yoshi controlling the start. It is actually True starting it off. Yoshi going to have that inside line, going to ride the apron a bit. The lag spikes are there. And okay, so it looked like Yoshi actually was controlling the start. It just lagged. And look at that gap Yoshi has on everybody behind him. Pulling away from the field. Ozos, OP, and Raker 3 wide. Raker gets a bumper glitch. Six Eyes gets a bumper glitch. Everybody getting a bumper glitch here at Daytona. And OP loses it again off the back bumper of Cyrax now. He keeps it going. Has Frost right there with him. Everybody's stacking up here. Frost going to try and force his way through the middle. Can't quite do it. And Raker now into 3. Has Frost at the top of the racetrack right beside him. And Frost, again, bumper glitch. You're going to see a lot of bumper glitches here. And that's just normal. As Six Eyes goes down pit lane. And Frost gets a bumper glitch. Drops all the way to the back of the pack. Yoshi leads comfortably here at Daytona. Lap 28 out of 80. And Ozos nearly lost it. Cyrax finds himself in 2nd place. After what was one of the most awful starts you could ask for. It just goes to show you that you could be all the way in the back of Daytona and find yourself to the front. And that's exactly where Cyrax is right now. Not quite at the front. Until now, here he comes down the inside. The bottom of the racetrack. Can Cyrax make the move on Yoshi? Makes a little contact with the left rear of Yoshi. Yoshi was pulling away from everybody. And then everyone realized, you know what? We need to work together to get back to this guy. And that's exactly what they're doing. And Cyrax just lagged so bad that he went all the way to the back and wrecked 2 cars. Obviously, it's not his fault, But man, that's quite unfortunate. It just happens. It's Fortnite after all. There's a lot of lag in this game, so it is what it is. Yoshi at the top of the racetrack. True. Right behind. Drafting on the back bumper. Cyrax again going to go to the bottom. A great battle here as they go into 3. Cyrax trying to make that bottom stick here at Daytona International Speedway. Trying to get in line, it looks like now. Doesn't really have any dancing partners with him at the moment. And True, I don't know what just happened there, but he flew and somehow kept his position as Ruckus is in the middle of the track. And he's ran out of gas. That's going to bring out a caution. And here's the race to decide who is going to be where when this caution flag is here. And it's going to be Yoshi leading the field with True in row 1. And it's Cyrax Ozos. That's for row 2. Row 3 is going to be Frost, Tiqua. Then it's row 4, OP Tag. Row 5 is Raker. And then all the way back here you got Six Eyes, who again is on a different strategy than everyone else. Well, Freakies is definitely getting paid a lot for all the cautions he is getting as a pace car driver. So it's Yoshi, True, and Cyrax. That's your top 3. Into the top 5, you have Ozos and then Frost. So if you watch Fortnite Nitro, you recognize those names, that's for sure. And here they come into pit lane. Yoshi will lead them into pit road. Going to need a really good pit stop. Great entrance from Yoshi. Is it going to be enough here? He's going to need to pull up the car all the way. Going to do exactly that. And it looks like, again, Yoshi right now just trying to put all the fuel in the car, have the best possible fuel mileage he could possibly have here. And it's going to work out perfectly for him. He's going to be in second. True is going to be leading the pack. Go figure. But actually, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, he's not leading the pack. You know why, ladies and gentlemen? Because Six Eyes had a different strategy. Remember, he went down pit lane early. He gambled it. He said, you know what? There's probably going to be a caution. We're going to go into pit lane, get some fuel in the car, go a little earlier than everybody else, and we'll see how the strategy pays off. And it has, because he's now leading here at Daytona International Speedway. I want to apologize again in advance if my commentating has been inconsistent. I'm trying to hold in a cough this entire time. It's been very diabolical. I have to say I've been battling a sickness for the past 5 weeks now, and it's been absolutely brutal. So, we are 35 laps into this 80-lap race. We've had a ton of cautions, and so far, it's been a fun one to watch. A lot of great battles throughout the field. We saw 4 wide at one point. We saw 3 wide, obviously. It is Daytona after all. Yoshi going to ride the apron. He's been doing that all day long, even in qualifying. And Six Eyes will control the restart. We're green again here at Daytona. True, honestly, might have had a better restart here as Yoshi gets the bumper go. So does Frost. Yoshi Going to go to the bottom of the racetrack. True goes way wide to the top. Six Eyes leads. And look at this. Ozos, Tikwa, and Raker. They're going to go 3 wide out of 4. And Frost is in that sandwich as well. Tag just got forced down pit lane. It looks like he might actually have the slow boost because he went into pit lane. That's so unfortunate. But look at this. 3 wide out of 2. Six Eyes to the top. Ozos to the middle. Is he going to make it stick as they go into 3? Again, Yoshi just has that preferred line with the apron. But again, you don't want to go too low, because there is a chance you possibly can get a penalty for that. We saw it in qualifying. He was blatantly on the apron. Still 3 wide into 2. Now exiting 2. Down the back stretch they go. Six Eyes at the top. Ozos in the middle. Yoshi at the bottom. Six Eyes trying to force his way through at the top. Is he going to make it stick again? He cannot do so. Yoshi comes down the inside again. There's still 3 wide out of 4. On lap 38, it is Ozos leading at Daytona. Yoshi again has just so much momentum right in the apron. That is something that I've been talking about all day long. When you ride that apron, you just have so much more pace. You can see it now. He's flying. And now it's not even 3 wide anymore. It's just Yoshi and nobody else. And now you can see Raker trying to copy that line. And we'll see if it pays off for him. He's trying to make it 3 wide here as they go down the front stretch. 10 laps to go. Wait, no. That's wrong. That's wrong. 40 laps to go in this race here at Daytona International Speedway. They're going to go 3 wide again. Six Eyes, is he going to absolutely gag it? No, he's not. He's just going to go and get off the gas, which is a smart decision here. You don't want to be too aggressive here on lap 40. You're halfway through this thing. You still got a lot of racing left to do here. Now you look at what we've seen so far, and it's really just been a lot, and I mean an absolute lot, of carnage and chaos. But that's what happens when you go to a super speedway. As Yoshi goes into the middle, and here comes Raker down the inside. He's going to absolutely sandwich Yoshi and try and take that second position away. Is he going to do so? It's really close out of 4. A great battle for second. Ozos leads again, but Yoshi has to make a move at some point. Is he going to force his way wide? No, he's going to get off the gas. Raker again at the bottom of the racetrack. Ozos at the top. 2 by 2 here at Daytona down the backstretch. Six Eyes loses it. Cyrex is right behind. True goes into the wall, gets it back going. Ozos here again, right through with Raker. And Six Eyes has to go down pit lane, riding that different strategy. We'll see if it pays off for him in the end. Raker and Ozos battling for the lead here again at Daytona. It's been like this all day, where we've had 2 drivers, maybe 3, maybe 4, that have been going at it for the lead. And we'll see if Ozos can do so. Raker got a little loose off of 2. And here comes Ozos. Yoshi as well, and Cyrax has been invited to the party. It's a great racing track for races like this. A super speedway gives you all the carnage, all the chaos you want. It's a great racing surface. It's everything you can ask for a first race. Raker still riding that bottom line. Looks like Raker's trying to side draft off the quarter panel of Ozos. And we'll see if it pays off, obviously. And it looks like it is going to, but Ozos, again, is going to have that momentum off of 2. You can just see the pace you have when you ride that top lane. But Raker still has that inside line. And, I mean, he's leading at the moment. Is Ozos going to make a move here out of 4? It looks like he's just going to go and stay behind. But here comes Cyrex as well at the bottom of the racetrack. Raker leads here at Daytona. And they're 3 wide. Down the back stretch they go. Cyrex had to go down to the apron to make sure there was absolutely no chaos there. And here comes Cyrex down at the bottom of the racetrack. Ozos down pit lane now. And he's going to follow a different strategy, looks like, as well. Cyrex going to get the side draft. Now down to the bottom of the racetrack. A great battle again at the lead. Down the backstretch they go. Yoshi going to go at the bottom of the racetrack, try and make the move. Can he do so? Doesn't quite do it. He's going to go and send it down in the apron. He's going to take that second position away from Cyrex. And Raker comfortably is leading. But here comes Yoshi. He's going to absolutely send it down pit lane with Raker. They're both going down pit lane. And they nearly wrecked each other. So Cyrex is going to lead momentarily. Here comes Frost and True as Cyrex just at an absolute lag spike and loses the lead. So Frost will lead now. True back in the lead. Frost trying to go at the bottom. Cyrex down pit lane now. So is Tiqua as well. Lap 49 out of 80. Down the backstretch again. True and Frost pulling away from everybody. Looks like we're having some green flag pit cycles, which we haven't had all day. We've had caution, 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 caution. And that's been all the pit stops. And now we're finally seeing some green flag pit stops, which plays into the strategy that you love to see here. Lap 50 out of 80. 30 to go at Daytona International Speedway for the Camping World 300. Now let's see where everybody else is here. You can see Yoshi. You got Ozos, Six Eyes, Tiqua, Cyrex, OP, and Raker all the way there. Are True and Frost going to go to that pit lane this time by? No, they will not. Lap 51. I just got XP for commentating. I love it, Fortnite. Thank you. And you can see True and Frost really just kind of staying with each other right now, working together, trying to gain as much time as possible on this pack that obviously already has had those green flag pit cycles. We'll see when they go down pit lane. That's really going to play a factor in how this race will go. And it would surprise me too. They're saving fuel. You can hear them get off the throttle, especially with Frost machine as well. I mean, you can hear it. You can hear him getting off the gas. And we've seen Frost be really good at saving fuel. And now Frost down the inside of True. He's going to take the lead momentarily. And down pit lane they go. So this will pretty much decide what is going to happen here. Frost needs a really good pit stop. True needs a really good pit stop as they're coming off of 4 now. Yoshi and Ozos pulling away from that pack right now. And here they go down the front stretch. Yoshi and Ozos are going to take first and second away from Frost and True. And Frost is going to jock into that third position, but True is in a world of hurt. He's behind Tiqua and Six Eyes. And now he's got OP at the top of the track, trying to take that position away from him. And look at the gap now that Yoshi and Ozos have. Lap 54 out of 80. Again, we've seen Yoshi be so quick today. And I think mainly that is just the fact that he's been so consistent through all the racing series that he's raced in. He's got a lot of pace. He's also been using the apron, which is something that a lot of drivers haven't really done. But as I say that, Ozos goes to the bottom of the track, and he takes that position away from Yoshi. And it's only a matter of time till that pack behind Ozos and Yoshi catches up. You can see they're on the backstretch now, middle of the backstretch, about. And Frost leading this second pack is gaining each lap as they go by. And it looks like Ozos and Yoshi just kind of pulling away right now. They're trying to gain as much as they can here. We'll see if Frost and this pack can catch up. I'd say they were gaining, but then they kind of lost a lot there. Especially out of 4 on that last lap. Frost actually is pulling away from the pack that he was a part of at one point. It would not surprise me if he was there in a lap or two. And he already is there. Look at this. He's right on the back bumper of Yoshi. What a drive from Frost, who is absolutely flying right now. Now, as they go out of 4, something I need y'all to watch here is this gap here is Ozos down pit lane. You can see right now. Oh my gosh. You can see, I think that's just kind of a strategy there. You want to make sure that you don't run out of fuel. We'll see how this works out, honestly. You're kind of just depending on a caution at this point. And Yoshi trying to get away from Frost as much as possible. But Frost just keeps following him. 60 laps in, 20 to go here at Daytona International Speedway for the Camping World 300. Currently it is Yoshi pulling away with Frost right now. A two-car pack trying to pull away from Tiqua, OP, True, Raker, Cyrax. We might still have pit cycles to go through. Yoshi again down the back stretch with Frost. They're really just kind of playing follow the leader at this point. And here comes Yoshi down pit lane. So how will this strategy pay off for Yoshi? Needs a really good stop. Good entrance there. And here comes Tico as well, and OP and Raker. They're all down pit lane. We're going to see if Yoshi has a good stop here. He's going to need to be with Ozos. That's for sure. And Yoshi now going to go down pit road. And it's going to be right with Ozos. I mean, look how close they are. Yep, they're right with each other. That's exactly what you wanted to see there for Yoshi. Lap 63 out of 80. We will see how the strategy pays off for all these drivers right now. But as it stands, Frost would win a Daytona. And Yoshi into the wall. Is the car stuck? And that's going to bring out a caution. A day that was really good for Yoshi has just turned into absolute decimation. In the middle of turns 1 and 2, this man has stopped on the safer barrier. He hasn't got out of the car yet. In fact, the car is perfectly fine. It's at 90% fuel. Now we'll see how the pit strategies play out for all these drivers here, especially with the caution coming out. You're on lap 66 out of 80. And it looked like Yoshi might have had a disconnection. Quite unfortunate for a driver that was doing so good today. Now here is what is going to go down here, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming to, I believe, around 12 or 13 laps to go. And when we get there, I think it's going to get really dicey. Everybody's going to be stacked up with each other now. And that's what something I don't think people really realize is that when you get into a super speedway, especially like Daytona, one single error, one single mistake, your race can be over. And that's what I love about it. And we're seeing a lot of strategy in play. And we'll see how it pays off here for these drivers. Who's going to go down pit lane, who isn't? How's it going to pay off for them? Here they come up off of 4 into pit lane. And here the pit stops go. Frost, True, Ozos, Tiqua, Plays, Six Sides, Raker, and Cyrax. Everybody needs a good pit stop. But especially Frost. Tiqua and Cyrax side by side. And it looks like it's going to be a perfect strategy for Tiqua, Cyrax, and OP, who are now in the top 3. And that's the thing. The strategy didn't work out for these guys. They thought it would work out. That caution came out, kind of killed them. But this race is far from over. You got 68 laps in out of 80. You still got a lot of time. But again, the laps are dwindling down. So again, you have to be very, very careful with decision making here. You don't want to be too aggressive on the restart. You don't want to make a single error, because one single error, the race is over. Okay, thank you for telling me that. Alright, thank you for telling me that. I like, literally nobody tells me this stuff. Thank you so much. So Spencer and True side by side with each other. And I love how the chat in Fortnite is just roasting Cyrax. And he just doesn't care. You know why? Because he's currently on the front row. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 69. Can I get a nice in the chat? That'd be very nice. Out of 4 they go. Pace car into pit lane. And we are about to go green again. The green flag is out. And we are 10 laps done with this race. 10 laps to go here at Daytona. Cyrax down at the bottom of the racetrack, trying to make the move on Tiqua. Can he make it stick? He's got OP right there as well. He's going to get a bumper glitch. The lag there. And they're 3 wide behind. And OP has to drop back. A great decision there. And now Ozos gets a bumper glitch off of Tiqua. And True gets a bumper glitch off of Tiqua. Everybody gets a bumper glitch off of Tiqua. And they're now 3 wide as they go into 1. Raker going to back off. Smart move. But here comes Ozos down the middle. Trying to make it stick. Down the back stretch they go. A great battle for the lead here. Frost, here he comes. Where did he come from? All the way in the back of the pack. He finds himself in the middle of a 3 wide battle for the lead. Cyrax at the bottom. Ozos at the top and Frost in the middle. And OP goes up and over. True has to avoid it. Is that going to bring out a caution? It will. Everybody, breathe in, breathe out. Wow. That was something else. Wish I could show you an instant replay on that, but we unfortunately cannot do that, so that's unfortunate. But hey, what a race we've had here. 7 to go. And somehow, someway, Frost finds himself in 3rd. Now this is what we've been waiting for, folks. You're on lap 73. Now 74. You get a caution. A late one at that. But this is where all the marbles go into one basket. As Frost, I don't know what the heck happened there. All the eggs go into one basket. That's the word. Yeah. You got to be very, very careful because we've seen a lot of crazy things happen at Daytona. We're going to see if anybody pits here. Cyrax going to fake everybody out. I love it. Raker down pit lane. Well, if you wanted entertaining racing, if you wanted a crazy finish, you're about to get it here at Daytona International Speedway. Lap 75 out of 80. Cyrax is going to run the top. Ozos is going to run the bottom. And it looks like they're going to do another lap here because it looks like somebody went down pit lane. Trying to catch up, everybody. That's good. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Eight drivers. One winner. 4 laps to go. It's going to be 3 when we get to the line. And this is what we've been waiting for. A finish like no other. 3 laps to go at the line. Freakies is going to take the pace car into pit lane. Cyrax will control the start here. And we are green here at Daytona again with 3 to go. Cyrax trying to pull away, but the lag spike is there. Teakwood's going to try and take that position away despite being absolutely rammed from the lag. Ozos is forced to go all the way down to the apron, and they're 3 down. The backstretch. Outstanding here at Daytona. You'd love to see it. Cyrax is trying to pull away. But again, Ozos is now 3 wide with True and Tikwa. They might be 3 by 3 as they go down the front stretch. 2 to go at Daytona. And 6 Eyes goes into the wall. Cyrax trying to pull away from the pack, but he's got everybody in his mirror. And Tikwa loses it, gets it back going. OP's forced wide. True gets a bumper glitch. OP gets a bumper glitch. They're 3 wide again down the backstretch. Ozos is in the middle now of Frost. Frost, here he comes down the inside. Ozos is through the middle. Cyrax goes wide. Frost down the inside. It's 3 wide with 1 to go at Daytona. Cyrax, Ozos, Frost are 3 wide as they go into 2. Exiting 2 now. Down the backstretch they go. Frost trying to win here. Cyrax trying to win here. They're still 3 wide as they go into 3. But Cyrax right now actually is pulling away. Cyrax has the momentum, has the rhythm. And actually, wait, white flag this time around? What are you talking about? Wait, is it actually the white flag? I thought the race was over. Okay. I guess, never mind. It's white flag is in the air. Okay, I was wrong. Cyrax is leading momentarily. Ozos at the bottom, into the middle. Frost is low again. They're 3 wide as they go out of 2. Down the back stretch they go. Cyrax is forced wide. Frost makes a little contact. They're 4 wide. True goes flying into the air. Oh my word, it's absolute carnage at Daytona. It is Frost and everybody wrecking all over the place. Frost leads. Ozos is going to go to the top of the track. Frost trying to block. Here comes Tikwa to the bottom. They're going to go 3 wide for the finish. Frost, Ozos, Frost wins the Camping World 300 at Daytona. What a finish! What a finish! Absolute carnage on the backstretch as they went into 3, and then 4 was absolute chaos even more. Wow.